Did humans actually change mentally? Let's observe one human. Let's call him Steve. Steve is stressed. He hasn't slept. He's scrolling at 2 a.m. He's anxious about work, about money, about what people think of him. Now meet Steve's ancestor. Same guy, 70,000 years ago. He's also stressed, also hasn't slept, also anxious about what people think of him. Because if the tribe rejected him, he'd die. Same brain, same fears, same social anxiety. So here's the question. Did we actually evolve? Or did we just change the costume?
Let's start with what evolutionary science actually says. Anatomically, your brain is basically identical to a caveman's brain. To understand why modern humans behave so strangely, you have to separate biological hardware from cultural software. Our software evolved rapidly. Technology, cities, currency, the internet. In just a few hundred years, civilization completely transformed the planet. But biological hardware evolves painfully slowly. Evolution works across hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of years. Human civilization? That's basically a rounding error on evolution's timeline. Which means your brain is still running ancient Stone Age software. Software optimized for one thing: survival. Survival inside a small tribe in a world filled with predators. When your ancestor encountered a saber-toothed tiger, the brain reacted instantly. No overthinking, no hesitation. Adrenaline surged. Heart rate spiked. Your body prepared to either fight or run. You either escaped the tiger or became dinner. Your brain evolved for that exact world. It was built to hunt mammoths and avoid lions. It was not built for Instagram algorithms, 30-year mortgages, or Monday morning stand-up meetings. And here's the modern glitch. When your boss sends you a passive-aggressive email at 9 a.m., your ancient brain still reacts like something dangerous just entered the cave. So your body releases the same stress chemicals. But unlike your ancestor, you can't sprint into the forest or physically fight the threat. The stress just stays inside you, boiling quietly, day after day.
Now this is where things get interesting, because two philosophers looked at humanity and came to completely opposite conclusions. Thomas Hobbes believed humans are naturally selfish, violent, and chaotic. He famously described early human life as nasty, brutish, and short. According to Hobbes, civilization saved us from ourselves. Laws, governments, police, rules. Without them, humans would eventually destroy each other. To Hobbes, modern society is basically a cage built to contain the ancient animal inside us. But then came Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Rousseau completely disagreed. He believed humans were naturally cooperative, peaceful, and free in nature. According to Rousseau, civilization itself was the thing that corrupted humanity. Money, status, competition, social hierarchy. To Rousseau, humans were not born miserable. Society made them miserable. So according to Hobbes, cavemen were the problem. According to Rousseau, LinkedIn was the problem. And honestly, both arguments still feel weirdly relevant today. Because modern humans are capable of incredible kindness and horrifying cruelty at the exact same time. We help strangers and destroy each other online over opinions. We create art and create weapons. The same species, the same brain, capable of both. Which raises a disturbing possibility. Maybe civilization didn't erase the caveman. Maybe it just gave him better tools. Here's something most people never consider. Your brain doesn't know what year it is. It has no concept of Instagram, no framework for a passive-aggressive email at 9 a.m. All it knows is something threatened the tribe. And for most of human history, that meant one thing. You were about to be abandoned, which wasn't just embarrassing, it was a death sentence. So your brain built one brutal rule: social rejection equals physical danger. That rule kept your ancestors alive for 70,000 years, and it is absolutely destroying you in 2026. Because now that same alarm fires when a stranger online disagrees with you, when your message gets left unread, when you post something and the silence feels louder than any response. Your body releases the same chemicals it would if a predator just entered the cave, for a notification. And this is where it gets philosophically interesting. Rousseau said society corrupted us. Hobbes said society saved us. But maybe the real tension was never between humans and society. Maybe it's between an ancient brain and a modern world it never asked to live in. You didn't choose to carry 70,000 years of survival programming, but you're the one paying for it. That's not weakness. That's a very old brain doing exactly what it was built to do, in a world it was never built for. But here's the strange part. Humans developed something cavemen never truly had: awareness. The ability to notice our instincts instead of blindly obeying them. Modern neuroscience discovered that when your brain detects a threat, your body releases stress chemicals automatically. Heart rate rises, muscles tighten, adrenaline surges. But that chemical wave only lasts about 90 seconds. After that, the body starts calming down. The problem is that modern humans rarely let it stop. We replay the email, replay the embarrassment, replay the argument, again and again. Your ancient brain keeps acting like the tiger is still outside the cave. But this time, Steve pauses, breathes, waits. The tiger slowly fades away. And maybe that's the real difference between modern humans and our ancestors. Not that we no longer have primitive instincts, but that we can become aware of them. We can pause before reacting, question our emotions, and choose whether every alarm deserves to be obeyed. Because the goal was never to destroy the caveman inside you. The goal is to understand him. And maybe humans never truly escaped the caveman. Maybe we're just the first generation forced to consciously live with him.